Hi everyone, it's Eddie again, and this is the fourth video in the series, I believe, for the junk journal process from start to finish. And in this video, I'm putting together signatures, and it's 3 books. We're doing 3 junk journals, so we need 2 signatures for each one, and I'm gonna do about probably 8 to 10 pages for each signature. So I've got a stack of papers here that I want to use, and I'm gonna just go through what I've got first and then start building them. And again, as I mentioned in the last video, I don't have like a formula. I kind of use what I have, first of all. So I'm always kind of collecting, different things that that might work in a junk journal, and I kind of store them away. And then when it comes time to putting the signatures together, I can pull out all kinds of stuff and kind of narrow down depending on, what I'm going for. There's really no theme for these. Just junky, fun, colorful, I guess. But I like to stick to a couple of things, not rules, but I like a nice dyed paper. Coffee dyed paper. Okay, first of all, this is not coffee dyed paper. This paper is, I found in, I got in a thrift shop haul. I did a video for that recently, I think. And this was some of the paper included in what I purchased, and it's a white copy paper, but it's so aged, it looks like coffee dyed. So we can use some of that, and it's a little bigger than 8.5 by 11, I believe it is. Yeah, is it 8.5 by 11? I don't know, I should open that ruler there. Oh, I got a ruler right here. So what is this? This is, yeah, it's 11. But it's more than 8.5, it's about 8 3/4. It's over 8.5, it's just over. But anyway, it just looks bigger than that, I guess because it's lighter. So use some of that. This is coffee dyed paper. This is coffee dyed paper I made myself. I just used some instant coffee, and then I poured over a stack of papers. Just copy paper, the cheap stuff. And then I go through and every so often, I flip them onto each other and make sure everything is, every page is getting some of the coffee on it. And you can see here, this stuff still has some of the grounds on it from me not mixing it so well, but that's okay. It comes right off. So we have coffee dyed, I got a bunch of that. And then I have some avocado dyed. I already stamped on some of these, so it's, it's cool, you can still use it. This is avocado dyed, and it's got some spray on it, and I believe it's the Distress Spray Stain and Tea dye is what I used on here with the avocado dye. And so, see, that gives you really cool effects and stuff. And these are all stamped. Okay, so we've got a coffee dye, we've got our avocado dyed, and then I have some of these thank you, kind of hello sort of memo sheets that we can use in there. Got some coffee dyed envelopes. I did these while I'm doing the paper, and I just, funny story, the first time I coffee dyed envelopes, I did a mix of solid envelopes and then these with the windows on them. And at the time, I thought I was going to be smart. I'm going to put everything in the oven, and I'm going to bake the papers, right? Yeah. Don't bake papers that have plastic on them because they will melt. So that was funny. But anyway, and I do it at such a low temperature, it wasn't a big deal. So we've got 3 of these we can use in the signature, and we can slice it open. And then, use it as pockets. We can just leave this top part off and leave it open at the top, and then we can use it as pockets that way. And then we can, once they're in there, we can further decorate them if we want. And they have make a great noise. So I've got 3 of those. On a lot of things, I have at the minimum 3, so that at least each journal gets 1 of them. I do have more. If I need to add more, I can add more if I feel it, you know. Here's some bags. These are from just like the store. There's sometimes I go to a store and I'll get these little bags and I save them, keep them nice and flat, and then I can have them so, and then use them in the signature. And you could have a pocket here. You could make a pocket on this end as well. And it's just a nice, fun feeling, and sounding paper. Here is some, I call this punishment paper because when I was a kid in school, if you did something wrong and you were on punishment, you know, as far as in school, they would give you this and make you write out some phrase or whatever, you know. I will not talk so much in class, over and over and over, over and over and over. And so I found some of this at the thrift store, so I'll use some of that in there. And these are coffee filters that have not been used for coffee, but they've been sprayed with distress sprays like these in all different colors. Use some of that to bring in some cool color. Oh, come on, I may have to iron these. There we go. I've got 3 of those. And then I have some Braille paper, but I only have 2 sections of it. I've got this little bitty piece and then this. So I may take this and cut it in half because you don't need the full sheet. And that way I've got 1, 2, and then I can use this in another journal, in the other journal, maybe just as like a pocket. I mean, I could fold this part, and so this would be sewn in with the signature, but we shall see. Here's some handmade papers. These are, I got online, but you see they have all different colored bits of paper in there. Same for this brown one. This brown one has a lot of like newspaper bits in there. So I thought that'd be fun just to have that in there. And then I've come across some painty papers. These are watercolors, these 2 that I've done on coffee dyed paper. So those can go in there. These are gel prints from Tracy. She is a friend of mine, Tracy LaBouffe, and she sent me these awesome prints in a swap. And then I went ahead and I used a stencil and I went over them with the stencil and added just a little extra something. And then, so I'll use them in the book like that. And I know the back is white, but we can definitely do some stuff with that later on. But I love the colors of these 3. Then I have, this is something I got in a gift. I know that. Somebody sent me this, and it was already torn. Partially it was torn. I finished the tearing just to even it out, and then added washi tape to the edges. So I can use it as a page. And then these are 2 gel prints I did that I thought would be really cool in the book, very grungy looking. And then to combat the white edge, I added washi tape all around. So these just have to be folded in half. Folded in half. Wow, allergies are bad. Now this I got in a birthday box of Happy Mail. And I'm gonna get this wrong. No, it was ePapery. Yeah, it was the lovely ladies at ePapery that sent me this, and it's I would say a deli paper type of situation going on here, and they've sewn in a patch of lace in here for a window, and then they've stitched all around it, and it's 2 pieces, right? And it's, oh my God, look at that. It's so yummy and it feels so nice. So one of the books will get that. And then I have a large, what's it called? Like a floral book, and it talks a lot about, it's called the Scented Garden. And basically it talks about, you know, all the different plants, garden plants and stuff that have scents and how they're used and all that stuff. Like this particular one, how to make an herb shampoo and why, an herbal eye wash. There's a thyme linctus panacea it was used as a panacea for many ills. So it's a big page, big book. So basically, this was the book plus a border at the top, a border at the bottom, and some on the edge. So I trimmed that all around to get it down to 8.5 height. And then for the 5.5 across, I just scored it and then folded these in. On this one, I did the same. Folded that in. Now this one, I really like this design here, this illustration. So I folded it out, and then I liked this illustration too of the bottles of the different herbal vinegars. There's the 2 bottles, and there's that's a decanter, it's a bottle, pitcher, and glass of all different lovely things. And so I thought that was really cool. So we'll use those. There's some more. Now this came to me in some Happy Mail. It was already folded. So what I'm going to do, like this, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use it like this and then use these as pockets in a signature. I got some pieces of map. Same thing, these can be used in the signature. Just as it is, and with different size papers, just what I do is I go and I place them at different heights, so they're not all at the same height in the book. First of all, it does 2 things. It avoids one section of your book one part of the book being a lot thicker than another, and then it also allows for the user to experience, different sizes, and there's, it keeps the eye moving. There's stuff in different places. It's not all static, so that adds to the junky part. These are a bit larger, so these will fit perfectly in there. More book page. This is actually a piece of ledger. It's original paper from a ledger. This is not a photocopy. As you can see, it's front and back and nice and thick. So we'll use some of that. Yeah, more book page. Some of these are just from like workbooks, like from textbooks. You get workbooks with textbooks as a supplement. Get that, and then some like office type paperwork. This I'm gonna cut, trim down, and we can probably use it maybe in 2 journals. So it's definitely a lot larger. These, and then I have some. These are just like stationery, right? So we got some stationery. We're gonna have a lot of white space because of some of the papers I'm using, but it just gives us an opportunity to use inks and stencils and collage and all sorts of fun stuff. And this is some vellum. This is really big. It's graph paper vellum. And I've got 2 sheets here. I've already used some, as you can see. So I will use trim these down to get that going. Oh, here's some more stationery. This is just very basic, but it's got the pattern on both sides. That one has it on both sides. This one doesn't, huh? Okay. Got the other stationery and some music paper. Always good to have in your junk journal. It's always good to have in your stash to use in a junk journal. These are always, you can always get this at a thrift store. This is just one here. Yep. So we can trim that all that down. So why don't I start with these, and we'll work our way through the pile. And I'll just talk you through what I do. Keeping in mind 8.5 by 5.5. So I'm going to keep this out. This is just a piece of the coffee dyed paper, but I sort of use it as a template for gauging the size. So if I were to use this and I wanted to use it that way, meaning keeping the spine or keeping this without ripping it or cutting it off, we can use this as our guide, and then the excess we can either, fold in, fold out, cut off, or the bottom we can fold it up. But I think for today I am just going to cut it. I'm going to use my ruler here, and I'm just going to tear it up. Don't worry, that stuff will be used for something else. And then let's get the length here. Don't make your life too difficult with measurements and all that. There are junk journals that the pages don't match at all. Every which way, but that's what makes it interesting, right? I need a pile here. Here we go. I'm just gonna use this little area. You can't see it. It's a little area over here I have for to pile stuff on. So there's one. Let's tear this. Now, I'm not going to tear this all the way down, and here's why. I want to save the bottom part for another page, or another journal, so that way I don't have to go find another music sheet, which I could, but I just don't want to. Let's finish that. Okay, so I use that as a too long? I mean, well, I could fold it in, but does that make sense to do that? I'm gonna wait off, and I'm just gonna grab some more music. Here's a sheet. You can work with that. It'll be position different, but it doesn't matter. It's going in a different book anyway, right? This one we can fold this way. Now this one is not as big, so it's not as much trimming. So I'm just gonna go ahead and trim it up. Now, if you just jumped in and started watching this video and you haven't seen the others in the series, well, what we're doing is I'm making 3 different junk journals. And I started from the very beginning, making the covers and all that. They're not near me. I gotta go grab one. Making the covers from scratch and the fabric over it, all that. And then the last video, I did the inside covers. And so this video is just doing putting together the signatures and trying to figure out what I want with what. So we've got our music. So I'm just going to go through. I'm going to trim these papers up, and then I'll speed that up, and then we can figure out what we want where. Okay, now everything's trimmed up, folded. So I'm just going to basically go through and I'm going to focus on one book first. Okay, so let's start with, let's see, what do we want in the center for our first book? Maybe something colorful. Here, let's do this. This will be the center of our book. So I'm just going to fold it that way. Center of one signature. Okay. So one signature. And let's see, one. So we have the painty page. Let's give it some music. Come on. There we go. Two. Let's do some of this here. Why don't these want to open for me today? So 3. 1, 2, 3. We have, let's see, 4, 5, 6. You notice this has a big chunk out of it. That's cool. I'm cool with that. 6. Let's see, these can go over here. Just trying to keep it. Oh, separate. Book page, book page, book page. Let's see. How about one of these? So we got, what did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do 8. Maybe there's something I didn't put in here. Let's say one of these is 9. All right. And then we have our, let's do an envelope on this one. Let's see. Let's give this one a pocket here. And this one can be, put that one in the middle, let's say. And then we have one of our bags. We could do, let's say I have 3 bags and 3 of these. Might need more envelopes. So 1, 2, 3. We could put it in the middle. Actually, no, I want to put it right before the middle. That's what I want to do. And we can put it a little bit higher. So kind of stagger it. And then let's do, is that good? We'll do some of this too. We'll do a piece of this somewhere in here. Like that. Maybe some coffee dyed in here. That's what I need. Put this here. So I'm kind of feeling that. I'm kind of feeling it. I think that's a good signature. Not too fat. Let's leave it like this for now. And we're going to continue with another one. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not counting this. It's so thin. I'm not going to worry about it. 8, 9, 10. So this is 10. Okay, so we have one with 10. And yeah, let's clip that so that stays together. Let's start another one. This time we'll start with some coffee dyed paper. And we'll do Here, we'll do this. Can be our center. We'll go this way. This. Okay. So we have coffee dye. We have fun, colorful printed paper. We can do some more. Let's do this book page. We'll do some music. Do some music. And then maybe we'll do some of the Braille paper up here. Okay, and then we need another full sheet. Let's use some of this here. So what do we have so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do one of these. 7. Let's say 9. 8. And 10. So again, these aren't 100% ready to go, but at least I've got a basic framework of a signature to work with. All right, so we've got 2 signatures down, 4 to go. And, you know, I will go through and I will pick and play and change things up for sure. That's definitely something you can do. I encourage it because I'm just basically putting the amount that I want in a book. So I can definitely, once I go through, I'll say like, oh, maybe this needs more color, maybe this needs to go next to this, and that. So, definitely make all those decisions before you do any sewing. That's how I do it. I think that's how a lot of people do it. So, I don't know. It works for me. Here, let's use this one. This one book is going to get this special page. So we'll start with that, and then let's give it something colorful behind it. How about, let's see how this will look here. No. What if we did the purple? Yeah. Oh yeah, that's more fun. Okay. There. Some coffee dyed. So we're working out in on this one. Coffee dye, let's see. Do some of this here. So 4, right? Okay, 4. 5. Let's see, I'll put this envelope right there. And then we can put you here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. Well, that's the painty paper, so let's see, 6. 7. 8. 9. Let's make that the center. Get some avocado dye paper in here. So that's 10. Right? 4. 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9. I miscounted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I counted that right. I'll clip that one. Okay, this is a good start. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 signatures, 2 for each book. And what I'll probably do before the next video is just go through and make sure everything is where I want it. And then we'll be ready to sew them into the book. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you are enjoying the series. Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And I will see you very soon. Talk to you later.